Hi, I'm Jason Potnick, creator of Brain Advisor, and welcome to our 10-step program to building resilience at work. Today we're starting with step 1, making high-quality connections. One of the founding fathers and mothers of positive psychology, the late Dr. Christopher Peterson, would always say, "Other people matter." Now this profound statement is something that we use a lot as a hashtag because we feel it really needs to be communicated for people to sensitize themselves and remember that we are connected with our peers, our families, our friends, that we're not all standalone servers out there. You're taking a selfie, your friend's next to you, 20 selfies later, how connected are you really with your best friend who's sitting there? So these are things that we reflect when we talk about high quality connections. One important thing to note that comes out of the research is that across the majority of cultures, in all geographical regions of the world, the major predictor to happiness is positive relationships. And what do you think that's going to do in reference to you building resilience? If you don't have a lifeline to call, if you don't have a buddy to tap on their shoulder and, have a chat with, ask for help, if you have no one around and you're feeling lonely and you're feeling like it's all you've got nothing, you've got no one, the world is just crashing down on your shoulders, hell yeah, that is going to be hard to building up resilience. So high quality connections is what we want to aim for. Have you ever heard of Dunbar's number? I'm going to throw something in. Now, Dr. Robin Dunbar, anthropologist and psychologist, came up with Dunbar's number. I wonder how he did that. But it was a great piece of information to bring to everyone's attention in that the brain, our cognitive space in the brain actually has a limitation when it comes to keeping ties with people. And that magic number or therearound, depending on the size of your brain, is about 150. Now, that means 150 people that you know is probably all you're really going to be able to remember and recollect properly in order to even consider a proper connection. There's also evidence that old tribes back in the day, early civilizations, when they got to 150, they would have split and created a secondary tribe. Or we also, I remember from Malcolm Gladwell's book, The Tipping Point, he brought some light on, I believe it was one of the manufacturing gurus who would create a manufacturing plant and with 150 parking spots, and when they filled up, would create an adjacent plant next door, because he understood that after 150 people, the plant managers wouldn't really be able to properly lead that group. And I know Microsoft and Intel had dabbled in things like that as well in reference to building office spaces. So it's really important to understand that it's not infinite. It's not like Facebook where you can just have 1,000 friends out there. What we're talking here is high quality connections, and on average as well, in reference to Dunbar's research, is that the magic number is probably more around 7 intimate, close relationships, anywhere between a range of 3 and 10, once again, depending on your cognitive load, size of your brain, and whatnot. So even if we went for 4 or 5, that's the real question. Are you talking to those 4 or 5 people about the challenges you're having so that you feel supported with quality relationships and you are in fact building up your resilience? And if having really great relationships isn't enough when it comes to building resilience, I also like to remind that having high quality relationships strengthens your immune system, so you're avoiding colds and flus more often. It is individual happiness is increasing. What else? We've got cardiovascular systems are improving, less risk of heart attack because less stress. I mean, it all kind of comes together. Actually, there's even significant less risk of dying prematurely when you have strong social connections. So, let's get on how we practice this, shall we? Thanks to Dr. Jane Dutton and her team of researchers at the Center of Positive Organizations at Michigan Ross School of Business, we in the business world can prosper from these practices. These corporate superheroes actually study things like what goes well in organizations and what makes a great leader. How awesome is that? High-quality connections are defined by Dr. Dutton as short interactions between people who experience vitality. So that's like engagement and enthusiasm, zest. Positive regard, so respect and appreciation between one another. And mutuality or cooperation. These attributes are simply measured in reference to, low, medium, high quality. And now what they found is the people who are involved in these high quality connections, they think and create better solutions. Their physiological health is better. And most importantly, they have this capacity to be able to adapt to things and clearly be more resilient. So this is one of the focuses for this week in our training, is about using these high quality connections in order to build our own resilience so we can adapt to any conditions that are out there. In the office, of course. At home too. How do we practice? Well, let's take 3 peers in your office or your work, or 3 people that you'd like to focus on, and this is relating back to Dunbar's number, where we don't want to try to spread this too thin. We want to, quality, not quantity. So with these 3 people, Dr. Dutton has provided 4 pathways that have come out of her research in order to improve and increase high-quality connections. The first pathway, respectfully engaging with the other person, so that the individual that you're with feels valued when you're with them. Pathway 2, task enabling. What this would mean is actually helping out one of these peers so that you're advancing their work, their task, and it has nothing really to do with you. It's kind of a kindness thing as well. Mutual cooperation. You're helping them out. Pathway number 3, trusting. Openly and authentically communicating to these peers that you do trust them. Hey man, I know you have my back. Thank you very much. I know I can count on you. And the 4th pathway, probably my favorite, play or playing. Now, what this means is taking the time with these peers to encourage fun. We love to have a good time. Now, obviously there are times when to have fun and when not to have fun, so I'll leave that to you, but the focus here is that you actively create an encouraging moment of having fun with those people. It goes without saying that throughout these practices, you may feel a bit uncomfortable, a bit vulnerable. And now, in the words of Brené Brown, we invite you to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. In the description, we'll probably add links to our videos on trust and vulnerability. And these are all key ingredients in making great relationships. Time for a recap. All right, first thing, hashtag other people matter. Second point, it's quality, not quantity. Remember Dunbar's numbers, around 7 close people in your life, around 150 in your community. Third point, high quality connections can be formed at work. Look to the research of Dr. Dutton. We have our 4 pathways. We have respectfully engaging. We have task enabling, trusting, and playing. Thanks for taking the time to watch and learn step 1 to building resilience at work. Please let us know, as always, in the comments below. We'd love to hear how this is working for you. This is a seriously important topic, and practice this week. Get ready for the next one next week. Step number 2 is going to be just as good. If you're near our Facebook, please give us a like, YouTube, subscribe, LinkedIn page, follow. The more likes and the more follows we have, the more we are able to get out and have a larger reach with our audience. Thank you all for your help. Remember, stay positive.